Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Standing across the monitor from me is Colby Applebottom. Dun dun dun. And yours truly, Jay Pride. You're welcome, everyone. We're here. Woo! We're here doing our podcast show with Diva Dirt. Woo! Talking about some good old women's wrestling.
Wrestling.
We
from the South.
We from the South. So the way we're gonna go with the flow here is we're going to start off by reviewing WWE, then we'll get to Impact, and then we'll end off in AEW. Word? Alrighty, Colby, start us off.
So, taking all the way back to last week on Monday Night Raw, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah faced Doudrop and Nikki ASH in a non-title match. All I remember from it is that the crowd was not very lively. Aaliyah was the damsel in distress, naturally. And
she's so good at that. I love that.
We stand a queen. Raquel and Doudrop were the powerhouses who, duked it out at the end, and Raquel, I think, powerbombed Doudrop to finish it off. Pretty standard, but it was pretty straightforward to get Raquel and Aaliyah that little boost as the tag team champions. What did you think about it?
I'm really, really liking the character development they're doing with Nikki. And they're doing it in like subtle ways too. Like the mask coming off in the backstage segment, the taking off the cape, the little not interviews, the little segments that they have with her no longer using the cape and wearing the jacket. They're like really putting time into story into their team. And I love that. And I want them to keep going. And also in the match, like you can tell they're both veterans in the ring. And Doudrop is have you noticed? She's like always so safety first. Like she reminds me of when I started working at Disney. Safety begins with me. And she said, "You right. I got you." And she's such a safe worker. And I look at her and I'm like, yes, I love that. And she's not afraid to be a powerhouse too. And I'm like, yes.
Yes, I'm hoping. I mean, I love them as a tag team, but I hope that it kind of leads to more opportunities for Doudrop because I think she's so underrated and hasn't been utilized to her full potential over the last year that she's been on Raw. But I think she's in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I feel like personally the match itself wasn't memorable for me. Nothing really stood out. It's just like a decent match with Aaliyah taking a lot of the heat, and then you get Raquel, and then she has the big moments. Who took the pin?
I think Raquel pinned Doudrop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes, because she did the big. Okay, that was a big spot where she like picked her up. Yeah, I do remember calling.
Yep. Yes, sir. Elsewhere on Raw, that was the only women's match. But we had Bayley was playing mind games with Bianca Belair. With Damage Control, Bayley came out and cut a promo on Belair, and now we know that Bianca Belair is going to defend her title in an open challenge on the September 12th edition of Raw, which will already have aired by the time this podcast comes out. Yes. But it seems very much so that we are headed towards Bayley versus Bianca at Extreme Rules.
I am glad that we're finally gonna have Bayley since her return. We're finally gonna have her as like a singles. I mean, I shouldn't say she's still in the team, but like she is now finally pursuing the title instead of like trying to build up a 6-tag. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that, and I want more of like Bianca and Bayley, and I kind of want Io and Dakota to just like take a little step back and then focus on the tag division and, focus on being on a tag team and having all the gold, maybe.
We love an undisputed replica.
Yeah, a little faction with all the gold.
It's true. I guess you could compare it to Toxic Attraction. They ran NXT.
Oh, yeah. And they did a great job doing that.
Yeah. And well, since that was all for Raw, we can just go right into NXT.
NXT.
Speaking of Toxic Attraction, they took on the team of Doudrop and Nikki ASH. It kind of seemed like are Nikki and Doudrop in the same universe on Raw as they are in NXT, because they didn't have like any tension. They were like in sync, but they also scored their win. So it was a rare loss for Toxic Attraction. I don't know. Are we getting a triple threat tag team match against?
I'm okay with TA taking L's.
Well,
because they've been taking so many W's, and it's like it's okay. Like it's okay to let others win, you know?
That part. We'll get to their other loss later in the episode, but yeah. So I mean, Doudrop and Nikki picked up the win. It was a fun little match. Anything else you have to say about that?
Not really.
So I think one of the matches of the week, and definitely the match of the night, later on NXT, we saw Meiko Satomura take on Roxanne Perez. They had some chemistry.
Bro, can we talk about Roxanne Perez though? So Roxanne Perez in 2022 has done so much in WWE, outside WWE, Ring of Honor, Impact. All was like, oh my God. And then you have this match with Meiko Satomura, and you're just like, I want more of Roxanne Perez.
Same.
She is the Latina queen. Thank you.
WWE definitely, I guess you could say, struck while the iron was hot in signing her, and not wasting any time for AEW or Impact to snatch her up. So
oh my God,
good on them.
And now they're using her pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a good job with their booking.
And the match even had a women's wrestling chant, which I thought was a good sign.
That is a good sign. That's always a good sign. Yes.
And then the match, well, so Meiko won, but then Cora Jade attacked Roxanne again. So where do you think that feud is going?
I think so. How many singles matches have they had together? They had the one at Heatwave, right?
Yeah, they've had one or two.
So wouldn't this be the rubber match, or is there one more to say? Because the rubber match would be like the third match.
Let me double check.
But
come in with the stats.
Ooh, stats. But I do want to say, I'm excited for it because their chemistry is, they kind of have that like former tag team, but they also have indie backgrounds, so they're not afraid to do some crazy shit in the ring. So I am pretty excited about that. Cora Jade is kind of killing it as a heel. When she was face, I was like, I don't get the hype. I don't get it. Besides when she jumped off the top of the cage like a maniac, and I'm like,
right.
Oh, girl. But other than that, I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. Cora Jade kind of reminds me of like an alternative version of AJ Lee.
Yeah. And I did double check, and Cora has only beaten Roxanne once. They had the one singles match at Heat Waves. So I would imagine they're getting a gimmick match or something.
Yeah, like they're probably going to put her in, let's see, either in a standard street fight, which I would be A-okay with. I would love to see them in a ladder match, and a number one's contender ladder match. Maybe. I don't know. It's a choice, but it's a gimmicky match, and then it gives them something to fight for besides like just hating on each other. You know what I mean? So I feel like that adds flavor to the story, and I'm here for it.
I'm down. If they do War Games this year, I wonder if they could, Cora and Roxanne could each lead a team.
Yeah, but wait, who would team with Cora? Because Cora like literally hates everyone. Like,
well, Lash Legend's a heel. I don't know if she could befriend Toxic Attraction, but
no.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And it's hard because like right now, the way the state of NXT 2.0 is just like they have a lot of up and coming people. And some of these up and coming people, I don't know if they're ready for a War Games match.
That's fair.
Tiffany Stratton, I feel like, is ready.
Unless Doudrop and Nikki stick around.
No.
Well, anyway. The tag team division had its third featured match this week on SmackDown as Raquel and Aaliyah took on Toxic Attraction kind of out of nowhere. So does this mean Toxic has been called
That's
up?
what I thought. I was like, okay, so this is their second match on SmackDown. They have to be called up. And it was a great match. That match I loved. I loved that match. Because one, Aaliyah showed more arsenal, like the spear, the springboard Luthez press. Like I was like, yes, baby, she is delivering. This is the side of Aaliyah that's been hiding in NXT on the live shows that we haven't been able to see on TV.
It's true. And me and Jason were there, so we know.
We were there. We know.
We know. So I thought it was cool that the tag division was showcased on all three shows, and we got to see the champs score a win and another non-title match in which may have been their last match as tag team champions. We'll find out on Raw. Fun fact, Raquel has never successfully defended a tag team title as of before the September 12th Raw.
I saw that tweet. I saw your tweet and I was like, ooh, the facts. Where's the lie?
So it's third time to charm for Raquel. She's a two-time NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. Are Dakota and Io winning the titles? Are Sasha and Naomi coming back?
Well, you can easily say the same thing about Dakota.
Well. But
I just feel like, yeah, I just felt like while watching that match, clearly Toxic Attraction, those two are main roster ready. They're good to go. They just need more character, you know what I mean? Like more of like, who are they without being like Mandy Rose's goons, but they're getting more promos in. They're tagging. Oh my God, they felt like the tag team champions more than the actual tag team champions because they had more like tag moves. They did a better job of splitting the ring and everything. And I was like, oh, I like the flow of the match, and they really did a great job in controlling the match and everything like that. For me, that match was a slay.
I'm here for it. A slay. Well, what wasn't a slay was the 5-way elimination number one contenders match. I think Jay would say that's a nay.
That's a nay. Honestly, it was borderline almost a hate crime. Oh my God.
Bold claims.
Or Xia Li.
Well,
and here, that would have been a great moment because I thought they were gonna have more time. I thought we were gonna see more of like. I was really excited, to be honest, to see Lacey and Ronda Rousey fight off an interaction, you know what I mean, with their characters and everything. I was like, I wonder how that would play off and who would the crowd cheer for?
I just looked and that match only got 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was an elimination, 5-way elimination match. Not even a minute per competitor. Era? Oh, wait. Ronda Rousey is bringing back the Diva era.
Well, and we had 2 eliminations at the same time. Ronda and Sonya tapped out Lacey and Xia at the same time. So it was like
I do love the fact that Sonya did stand out. I love the fact that she did not back down. She was like, let's go. She put her hair up
and squared up.
Square up. She said, I'm gonna beat this bitch's ass. And I said, yes, bad girl style. Yes.
I did love the little MMA style fight we had between Ronda and Sonya. I think, not surprisingly, Ronda won. And now Ronda gets to face Liv again at Extreme Rules.
I thought for a millisecond in that match, I was like, okay, if WWE wanted to be creative with their booking, they could have easily have Lacey Evans just got back in that ring, woman's right to Ronda Rousey, Sonya would have won, and then boom, we gotta go out and Liv versus Sonya. 2 people from New Jersey fighting each other. But it seems like the direction they're going is probably most likely going to be an Extreme Rules match, maybe again with Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey, because unless they do a repeat of what happened on SummerSlam, or maybe Shayna Baszler gets involved, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how she would win against Ronda Rousey, even though I feel like she got her credibility back after her match with Shayna.
Yeah, I definitely think it has the Ronda Livery match at Extreme Rules has to have a gimmick, whether it's Extreme Rules or even maybe a submission match, but Liv might be screwed over. I don't know.
It has to be a match where it's no disqualifications. I would love to see Shayna turn on Ronda though.
They kind of teased that could happen in a little backstage segment, but it also seemed like they were going to team up. So I don't know. They're definitely keeping us on cliffhanger there.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Well, on the Impact side of things, we had 3 different women's segments. Mia Yim is starting to get involved in the X division, ? She helped Kenny King lose. So that was fun. In the actual knockouts match, Mickie James won her first match on her last rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
So not surprising. It wasn't one-sided, but it was, definitely designed to have Mickie hit all of her signature moves and kicked it off with a win. So
it was okay. It was clearly just the beginning of it. And I like the fact that Mickie James, even when she's working with a local talent, still gives them a chance to shine. And I was like, this is why she's a legend. This is why she needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Because she ain't greedy.
Anyway, the other knockouts match of the night saw Chelsea Green and Taya Valkyrie tear it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe Jay didn't think so, but I thought it was a good match where they kept constantly trying to pin each other, and it was like they're trying to get the victory over the other as quickly as possible, except the interferences at the end helped Chelsea get the win over Taya, and Jessica kind of helped provide that last distraction.
I like the ending because it was like a great story with Taya, Jessica, and then it adds a W for Chelsea because Chelsea, I personally feel like she doesn't get a lot of W's.
She actually hasn't had many singles wins this year.
Yeah, so I love the fact that she's one of my personal favorites, I will say. I love the fact that she won. She looked great. I don't know. I'm personally not a fan of like slow pace match, and there was moments where I felt like it was a little slow pace because I know they both can like go fast, and I thought I was gonna get something fast paced. I thought I was gonna see like a big move, and we didn't see that. And I kind of wanted more because I know both of them can go all out. So, like, give it to me. Don't hold back.
Right. And I think we might get another tag match. I'm not sure. The tag division is kind of lacking at the moment. So this feud is like all we have. But
for a while, their tag division was the tag division.
It's true.
And now
we lost Madison and Neil.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. So well, we also know on the Impact side of things that Masha Slamovich will pick Jordynne Grace's Knockouts Championship challenger at Victory Road. Do you have any guesses for who that may be?
Yes. I'm going to go with Jordynne Grace.
Like Jordynne Grace retaining?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you have any guesses as to who will face Jordynne Grace?
No, because it doesn't matter who she's going to face, she will win.
I mean, that's true. You're right. I mean, Jordynne will retain. I'm kind of hoping we see a new knockout debut.
You
like
think
a
so?
Signing. I don't know who it would be, though.
I think it might be Taylor Wilde.
Okay. I'm here for that.
Because did you see, I think it was somewhere where it was reported where she's not, like she took a break, but now she's ready to come back. Yeah. And I feel like this would be a great way for her to come back. And then I just don't see her. I don't see Jordynne Grace losing the title anytime soon. So that's why I'm like, whoever it is, Jordynne Grace is going to win. But I want the match to slap. You know what I mean?
Me too.
And I would love for it to be Taylor Wilde.
Well, what didn't slap this week was the short, and I mean short women's matches on AEW.
Oh, Oh, and the homophobia.
It's a hate crime.
It's a hate crime. It really is. I felt like AEW is not wanting the gays to watch their program or something because we're Sunny Kiss. Why do women not get much segments? Oh, oh. Where
He only
is the
speaks
lie?
So Dynamite only had one, and I repeat, one women's segment the entire show, and that was for the new interim AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm to beat Penelope Ford in a singles match.
Okay, wait, because Penelope Ford cracked me up. I'm so smart. She kept saying that. And I was like, yes, babe. Yes, Karen Smith. Yes, you are.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought it was a standard match. I mean, what did you think of the match itself?
I felt like it was just way too much Penelope Ford putting on heat onto Toni Storm, and she just became interim champion. And I get it, like, I guess the way of the storytelling is, from my perspective, is that like, oh, Toni Storm just got out of this gruesome fatal four-way match, and that's why Penelope Ford just dominated the champion. Like, Jesus Christ. And she did it while pretending to be Karen Smith from Mean Girls. So, to me, I was like, that's entertaining.
I just want to know who's booking the women's division, because Tony Khan's not.
I don't think whoever is, I don't think they care.
Well, let's ask the professor and the coach on Rampage, because Serena Deeb beat Madison Rayne in a less than 4-minute match featuring both of your women's division coaches.
Sorry. Here I lie to rest, because they killed me with that, because you have two amazing competitors, two amazing veterans who can really go all out. Really, honestly, I would have loved to see Serena Deeb just have more time with Madison, because they're both, especially if they're both like coaches, you know what I mean? Oh my God, they should have gotten at least 10 minutes. At least.
And I'm pretty sure it was their first singles match on TV ever.
I feel like it should have been more. I felt like this was a missed opportunity. And honestly, I wouldn't mind for it to be a next big storyline.
I agree.
You know, Serena Deeb's pretty great at doing storylines without needing a title.
Literally.
I love that.
Which we saw a little promo from Jade Cargill, but we still don't know what's next for her after she beat Athena. And it kind of got me thinking, and I put it out on Twitter, that AEW needs more baby faces in the women's division. We only have Toni, Shida,
Madison,
and Athena. And Madison may be a face. She's only had 3 matches. I honestly thought she was a heel, but I think she is a face since she went up against Jade in her debut. So if they use her more, that'd be great.
Oh, and Ruby's a face.
Ruby is a face, and Ruby, Chris, and Thunder are now all injured. So,
I didn't know Ruby was on the injured list.
She broke her nose at All Out. Oh. Yeah, tragic. I don't know how long she'll be out, but she out.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, I think, and several people on Twitter agree with me, that Nyla Rose should turn babyface and beat up Jade Cargill.
I'm okay with that, because it's something different for Nyla.
It's true. Nyla's kind of been the same since AEW started, so I think it's time to shake her up a bit.
Yeah, I'm okay if they want to change her gimmick too. You know?
Yeah, the tag team with Marina and the alliance with Vicky just isn't. I don't know. It's not there.
I wasn't feeling the whole, and Vicky Guerrero's a great character and, you know, wrestling and everything. But I just personally, I felt like Nyla Rose is just better by herself. Nyla Rose is hilarious. Just give her the mic. She's fine by herself. Oh no. Read her Twitter and come back to me. Thank you.
Retweet. Well, that took us through WWE Impact and AEW. What did you think, Jay, of this week in women's wrestling?
I felt like it was a great start, you know, because it seems like we're ready to start something new feuds, new characters maybe coming. Who knows what it comes for Impact. And then for AEW, I feel like since they just had their big pep review, so they are obviously hitting the restart button with new feuds with Toni Storm, who's going to feud there with her, and then also what's next for Jade. So right now they're kind of like just cooling off. It's a slow week, but it's a week where we're building, you know.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
not all weeks are going to be the best, but damn, at least some balance. Thank God SmackDown had balance with a great tag on unfortunate 5-way.
Yeah. And now they'll just hopefully they can manage a decent story between Ronda and Liv under Triple H's booking.
Yeah, I feel like I have faith in Triple H. I have faith in him.
I did until the booking of this 5-way, but
yeah, I don't know what the hell went wrong there, and I'm so worried about Liv just losing. That's it. Every time she defends the title, I'm like, no, too soon. Don't drop it, girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's now been, let's see, 2 months. She won it in July. Yeah, over 2 months.
So. And she gonna keep going. Give me one more month, damn it.
I'm afraid Ronda's taking it from Liv. I don't know.
I'm afraid too. I got a gut feeling. I have a feeling either somehow Shayna's gonna get involved. They're gonna throw dirt in her eyes and be like, "Ooh, they're gonna be a tag." Blah blah. One of them bitches are gonna attack each other. Ooh. Either it's gonna be during Ronda's match, after Ronda's match, or the SmackDown after the pay-per-view.
Fair enough.
Squeeze my tits. It's gonna happen.
Well, on that note. This has been your weekend review for Diva Dirt with Colby and Jay Pride. You can follow me on Twitter at ColbyAppleG8. Also, peep the Women's Wrestling Year in Review books 2020, Woo! 2021. Woo! Buy it on Amazon. We got women's wrestling stats. Thunder Rosa wrote the foreword. An interview with Maria Kanellis Bennett in this book. Take us home, Jay Pride.
Woo! And then, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JXPride. And that's JXPRYDEY. I don't know, maybe because I'm gay.
The T.
That's it.
And on that note, we'll catch you next time.
Woo! Thanks for tuning in. Love you. See ya. Bye. Besos. Mwah.